literally told me, he said sometimes they don't even do the job. Sometimes they don't even do the job, but will charge you for the labor rate or whatever. Send you with your car still messed up so that you are forced to come back so they can do the job twice and get paid twice because they get commission.
I get that cash and I flip it, yeah. I get that cash and I flip it.
So hello to all my cherry bombs. It is me, Cherry, and I'm back with another video because, sis, I'm about to put y'all on game because I am really tired with a T with these dealerships, with these mechanics. I'm done with them all. I'm so tired, and I'm tired of them trying me because I'm a female, and I really just want to put y'all on game because of some experiences that I've had. And this video is going to be so relatable because I really know that so many of y'all are getting dragged like I have been getting by these mechanics who look at you and they see, oh my God, it's a pretty female. She must not know shit about cars. Meal ticket. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm tired. Okay, so I'm here. I'm back again with another video in my favorite blue top because this top has made a couple appearances. And we are just about to get everybody on game and collectively just let's chat, you guys. So before I even get into this video, I do want to say thank you to everybody who has been subscribing and supporting my channel, commenting, liking my videos, everything. You guys are the powerhouse behind my channel, and I really love you guys. I'm coming up on 20K. I'm getting my giveaway together, so don't worry. I'm getting that together for you guys. And yeah, I mean, honestly, thanks for riding with, hello demons, it's your boy. Thanks for riding with me, okay? This is why it be taking me so long to get into my stuff. Anyway, so if I'm a new face to you guys, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and then also turn on your post notifications because I post very sporadically. So anyway, we are going to get right into this, and I'm going to tell you guys about separate occasions that I have had these mechanics literally try the living hell out of me, and I have clocked them every time because they see you and they see you're a female and they think you're a meal ticket, and we're about to get it together, okay? Anyway, so the first time this happened to me, y'all, actually not the first time, but one of the most memorable times this happened to me, okay? Let me tell you. So what had happened was, sis, I had a bolt that it broke off into my router or whatever. And if y'all saw my live, I talked about this, but trust me, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't talk about in my live, so watch this anyway. But I had a bolt that had broke off into the rotor of my car. And so because that bolt broke off into the rotor, I was not able to change my tire, and I had a flat tire, and I could not, and like the way that the tire was, like it needed to come off. It wasn't like oh, you can just get this patched up. No, it was like tire was done for, couldn't get the tire off because the bolt was broken into the rotor. So I take my car in, can't remember where I took it to, took my car in. Y'all, why they tried to tell me that it was gonna be $450, it was either $450 or $550. It was something completely ridiculous that they told me in order to get this bolt out of my rotor. $500 and up to get a bolt out? What kind of mechanic can't get a bolt out? Cause something not adding up. What's up? What y'all got going on? What's up? So me and my dad ended up YouTubing how to get this specific bolt out of my car. Not my current day car, but this was the first car that I ever bought for myself. Me and my dad ended up YouTubing how to get the bolt out. Y'all, we got the bolt out in $60. $60 is what we spent to get this bolt out of the wheel. $60. And you was trying to tell me 500 and up? No ma'am, no sir. And the thing is, what these mechanics will try to do, and I'm gonna get to this even more so because this video is really about something that happened today that really truly pissed me off. And I have had so many bad experiences with mechanics that at this point I'd be going in there. I would take pictures of everything before I go in there. I'd be recording so that when I go in there, like, people can't be like, oh, we didn't really say that. Da, da, da. I'm done. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm on my Mac shit with this one. Like, I'm receipts. I be in there collecting receipts. So anyway, so this video is really inspired by something that happened today that pissed me off. And I'm putting people on blast in this video, honestly, because y'all be really out here getting over on people. So let me tell you guys what has been going on with my car recently. So my car needed a new alternator. Okay, so I was driving the car and it started in December, and I was driving the car back home from Christmas from Durham to Charlotte, and the car started jumping, and then it started, like, everything started cutting off. So my car started cutting off on the highway. So I am freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? What's happening? Oh my God, I'm freaking out. But I made it back to Charlotte, and then from then on, that was like before I was about to move to New York. So I'm like, I don't want to put a whole bunch of money into this car because I'm about to leave it. Like, so the car ended up, like, when I got back to Charlotte and stuff, it didn't happen again. It didn't happen again. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Car must be, you know, I'm over here like, y'all know that that thing where it's like, oh, when you hear something's fucked up with your car, but you turn the music up. That was me. I said, well, the car running. It ain't been jumping again. It hasn't been cutting off. Am I going to take it in? Hell no. So, okay, so that happened, whatever. So the car runs fine. No other incidents for months, literally months. And then I go to New York and I leave the car with my parents and I come back. Okay. So I come back, and on the way to bring the car, because like I said, I left it with my parents. It was in Durham. So on the way to bring the car back from Durham to Charlotte, I'm on my way back and it starts doing the same thing. It starts cutting off. Everything starts cutting off. I'm like, oh my God, it's doing this again. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I freak out. I call AAA, and the tow truck driver comes out there, and he's a retired mechanic. So he proceeds to take a look at it, and I tell him what's going on, and he's like, I can 100% guarantee you it's your alternator. And I'm like, okay, that would make sense, because I remember an ex of mine had a motorcycle, and when his alternator was out, his motorcycle was doing the same thing. He'd be riding the motorcycle and it would cut off. Everything would start cutting off. And he ended up getting the alternator changed. Motorcycle was fine. So the next day, I take the car to, I'm trying to think of the name of this place. It's in Durham. I'm going to put their information to the side because they have me bent. And I'm not sparing nobody in this video because this is all facts. I had the receipts, so can't nobody be like, oh, she's defamation. No, baby, this is straight facts. This is straight facts. So I went to this particular place and I asked them, I said, hey, I just want my alternator replaced. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. I just want my alternator replaced, because by then I had the car looked at thoroughly by another person, and I was like, okay, I have people telling me it's the alternator. I'm looking up on Google, like, you know, how do you know if your alternator is bad? How do you know, like, you know, whatever. And Google is also reconfirming it's your alternator. So I go in there and I say, I just want my alternator taken out and I want a new one. They give me this whole spiel. Mind y'all, I'm in there with my dad. So they give me this whole spiel about how, oh, well, you should really get a diagnostic ran, because if you get a diagnostic ran, I mean, we can do that for you. We can take out the alternator, but if we take out the alternator and it's really not that, and I mean, we can do that for you, but if we do what you ask us for and we only do that, and then that's not what's wrong with the car, then, I mean, we can't be held responsible for it. Shut up, because I should have trusted my gut. Shut up. That's how they be trying to scare y'all. They be trying to scare you into making it seem like you need all this stuff done to your car, and you don't. So they're like, oh my God, so run the diagnostic or whatever. And I still wasn't going for it. I was like, no, I don't want a diagnostic. I know what it is. I just want this done. Just this one thing. This is it. Do this. Don't argue with me. I just want this done. My dad is like, no, well, I mean, he has a point, like, you know, what if they do that and that's not it? And da, da, da. So I decide to go ahead and let them do a diagnostic. But the reason I didn't want to let them do that is because I knew what they were going to do. They were going to take my car back there, find all this, oh my God, all this scary stuff is wrong with your car. And then I come in expecting to pay, because I already knew. I was like, okay, I'm ready to drop anywhere from $4 on this whip. Okay? And even then, I knew, even then, it's not supposed to cost you that much because it's an alternator. It doesn't take, y'all, I'll get there. Oh my God, I'm stressed. This is making me mad already. This is making me so mad telling this story. So, I have a price range in my head. I'm like, I don't want to pay more than $500 for this job. I literally was like, that was in my head, okay? So I knew once they took it back there, they were going to try to scare me into thinking that there was all this other shit wrong with my car. And the next thing you know, they're like, oh my God, your car only has 3 days to live. And if you don't get this done right now, then your car is done for. So that's exactly what they did. They went back there, they took my car back there, they found all this other stuff wrong with my car. And they brought me back a ticket that said $1,300. I said, where? $1,300? All I came in here for was to get my alternator replaced. They're like, oh, but I mean, you need new spark plugs. You need 4 spark plugs and all this other, and you need new spark wires and, you know, the cost of, so I said, okay, this is another thing to look for, you guys. So I asked them, because when they give you the list of things that are wrong with your car, it's not really wrong with your car, but when they give you the list of things, okay, I always ask them, so give me, like, prioritize it, like, what is the most important thing to get fixed, and then you can work through it, you know, like over time you can work through it. Or I asked them, in my case, I said, so what do I need to do today to get the car on the road today? What do I need to do today to get this car from Durham to Charlotte? I asked them that 4 times, y'all. 4 times. They did not give me an answer. Every time I asked them, oh, I mean, we could do this and we could do that, but I mean, there's no guarantee. And then, I mean, we could do this and we could do that, but I mean, that, who knows if that's going to work either. And I mean, you really have this. And I said, well, you're telling me to start here, but is this the issue? Is this what I need to do to get the car? And they would not answer me, y'all. Would not answer me. Talked in circles for hours, y'all. I started with them at 10 a.m. I did not get on the road to come back to Charlotte until 4 p.m. 4 p.m., $151 later, and nothing is fixed. Nothing is fixed. And that's why I didn't want the stupid ass diagnostic. So I'm already irritated. So I keep asking them, I'm like, okay. So they're talking in circles. So I asked him, I said, well, how much are the spark plugs to get them put in? So he's like, oh, well, each spark plug is $17.95. So I mean, I can get it done for you for $250. I said, hold on. Pause. Okay. Let me tell you something. You're telling me 4 spark plugs are $17.95 per spark plug. Okay, cool. So I rounded it up. That's about $18. 18 times 4 is still less than $80. So where on God's green earth are you getting $250? Okay, let's start there. 2, even with your labor rates, because I know they charge labor rates and stuff like that. Your labor rate at this place was, it was $80 an hour or their labor rates were different depending on the job. But the one that I was quoted was 80. Okay. Your labor rate is $80 an hour. You're trying to tell me as a seasoned mechanic, it's going to take you more than an hour to change 4 spark plugs? I mean, I know I'm a pretty individual, but I'm not stupid. Like, these mechanics be trying to play us females like we are dumb. And a lot of the time, people who don't really know about cars, and I don't even really know a ton about cars, but I know enough to where I know when they're trying to run through my pockets. You can't finesse a finesser. I be saying this all the time. You can't finesse me. You can't finesse. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I get so mad telling this story because I'm not even to the part that made me the most mad. I'm not even to the part that's what this story is about, okay? I added all up. I calculated in my head. So I'm like, the spark plugs plus the labor, because it's not going to take you an hour. But you know, let me entertain it. Say it took you an hour. I calculated about $150. You talking about $250. So when I told him, I said, I know that's not a $250 job. Oh, he started stuttering. He stopped for a second. He said, oh, I mean, I could get it done for you for 200. I said, it's not even a $200 job. So no, I just want my keys and I want to go. I get done with them. Mind y'all, they got a whole list of things I need to be done to my car. And it's $1,300 worth of fixes that I need done to my car. Shut up. So I leave there. They talk me in circles. I leave there. I pay my $151 for all this other bullshit. And so then I have a friend of mine. I have their cousin who is also a mechanic come look at my car. So I was going to have him put in the alternator. I said, if I buy the piece, because I'm okay with, like, I don't mind paying the money. I just don't want to pay the money for bullshit. And I want to know what I'm paying for. And I want to make sure that I'm not getting hit over the head. Don't try and finesse me. So I have a friend's cousin who's also a mechanic come down and look at my car. Turns out the guy, the tow truck guy, stripped my bolt when he was trying to freaking get my, because he was like, oh, well, you know, I can change it for you. You pay me however much or whatever. I'll change it for you. I'm like, okay, cool. So this is the first guy from, not from AAA, but AAA has tow truck companies come and get you, whatever. So the dude from that company stripped my mother bolt. Okay. So then I have the friend's cousin come look at it and he's like, look, like your bolt is stripped. I can probably get it out to you, but you're going to have to bring the car to the Gastonia because I'm not going to have time to come back down here. And my car, because the alternator's messed up, the car wasn't getting more than 40 minutes at a time. I would drive 40 minutes, the car would start cutting off. So I was like, no, I'm not going to make it to Gastonia. So, because he tells me what I need to do. He's like, well, if you want, go get the piece from Toyota, the bolt, have them remove the bolt out, get the bolt, buy it from them. Don't let them do the job because they'll try and F you over. But do that and then bring the car back to me. So I go to Toyota today, and this is what inspired this whole video, okay? I go to the, what is it? Let me get my receipt out because they really pissed me off. I went to the Scott Clark Toyota in Matthews off East Independence Boulevard. That's where I went. So I go there, I tell them what's happening, and they tried my life like I was stupid, okay? So I tell them what's going on. I'm like, hey, I have a strip bolt. It's holding my alternator in place, and I'm trying to get to the alternator. So I just need the bolt taken out, and I want a new one, and just replace the bolt. That's all I want. That's it. I don't want the alternator replaced. I just want you all to replace the bolts. The first guy tried to tell me, he's like, oh, I mean, well, in order to do that, we're gonna have to take out your alternator and da da da. So they're gonna have to charge you the labor fee for taking out the alternator. I said, but the bolt is what's holding the alternator in place. So how would you take out the alternator first and I can't get the bolt out? Explain to me how the alternator would come out before the bolt. He couldn't explain that to me. So he starts getting like, like he don't, like, you know, like, oh, I'm caught. Don't know what to say next. So he's like, okay, well, let me go grab my master tech or whatever. So he brings over one of the mechanics that actually works on the cars. The mechanic come over. He tried to run me for my money too. He's like, oh, well, the alternator, you know, we're going to have to take out the whole alternator. And I looked at him too, and I said, the bolt is holding the alternator in place. So how are you taking out the alternator before the bolt? And then he starts stuttering and don't know what to say. So I'm already irritated because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. The whole reason I can't change the alternator is because the bolt is stuck, okay? So they tried that shit and I wasn't going for it. Okay. So they take my car back, they look at it, and then they come back up and the guy tells me, yeah, so they said it was gonna be about 10 hours of labor if you want that bolt out. $10 of labor to get a bolt out? What kind of mechanics are y'all? 10 hours of labor to get out a bolt? Where do we do this at? Where? Why? Explain to me. I literally asked them, I said, hey, so explain to me why it is going to take 10 hours to get this bolt out of my car. So they're like, oh, I mean, because we're gonna have to take out the whole motor and the whole engine in order to get the bolt out. We're gonna have to take it. Give me my keys. Give me my keys, because now I'm irritated with y'all. Can I buy the part from you all? I can? Okay, thank you. I'll be buying the part. Give me my keys. Y'all, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all, because I'm not playing with y'all in this video. Let me show y'all, okay? Matter of fact, this. Can y'all see this? Let me put it against my skin. This is the bolt that was gonna take 10 hours to get out of my car. 10 hours? Where? For why? Just say you don't want to do the job. You don't want to do your damn job. 10 hours? Let me show y'all what's wrong with the bolt. So this is the bolt. Mind y'all, the bolt did not look this right here. It ain't look like this before I went to Toyota. Y'all tried me. Tried me. When we started, the bolt was rounded. Now y'all can see that the bolt is rounded, but this little dent, I don't know where that came from. I feel like it came from Toyota. I feel like y'all tried me with this. I said, okay, give me my keys. And I took the car to NTB down the street. I take the car to NTB, y'all. NTB gets the ball out in less than 20 minutes. So explain that to me. Mind y'all, 10 hours of labor. 10 hours of labor. So you're telling me that, say your labor is anywhere from 80 to 115, 100, whatever the case, an hour. You're trying to tell me that you need over $1,000 for me to get a bolt out the size of my palm? You should be fired. If that's the case, you should be fired. Because that's the thing. These mechanics will try and tell you it's going to take so much time. They will sit on their ass, eat a sandwich, be chilling the first hour, and the next hour do the job. If they even do the job. And then they'll charge you for all that time. Because not only that, so I told y'all I had a friend's cousin look at my car too, who's also a mechanic. And that is who went with me to buy the alternator that is now in my car. And he was very honest with me the whole time. He was like, hey, I know I can't get this bolt out, but, you know, I'll take you to go buy the piece, whatever, whatever. And he's just telling me about how these mechanics get over on these females. And he literally told me, he said sometimes they don't even do the job. Sometimes they don't even do the job, but will charge you for the labor rate or whatever. Send you with your car still messed up so that you are forced to come back so they can do the job twice and get paid twice because they get commission. And I believe it. I know they've done this. I've seen this done to people. These mechanics will not even do the job. They won't do the job, or they'll take really, really long to do the job. Super long. They'll charge you 3 hours for something that they could have done in 45 minutes. And then you're stuck with this big ass bill and you don't know how. Or sometimes they'll even mess up more things in your car so that they'll fix, say they fix one, they'll mess up 3 so that you have to come back. So y'all, Scott Clark Toyota can kiss my ass, because they had me bent talking about it was going to take 10 hours to get a bolt out because your mechanics did not want to do the job, because that's what it came down to. So y'all, took my car to NTB. I ended up getting everything done because I asked them, I tested them first. I said, can y'all get this bolt out for me? And they were like, you know, oh, we'll be able to get it out. Da, da, da. I'm like, are you sure? Because y'all are like the 3rd, 4th person I've been to. And I just need the bolt out. Because at this time, I wasn't even going to let them do my alternator because I am just tired of these mechanics. I can't. So, and I'd rather just go to somebody I know. So they were like, you know, yeah, we'll get it out for you. They get it out in under 20 minutes, y'all. Because they were able to get the bolt out for me, I said, you know what? And they were so polite and they were so nice. But even then, don't let that get to y'all, because another thing these mechanics will do, They will butter you up because, oh my God, you're so pretty. We know how they tend to try and get over y'all pretty girls. And you know, we know that when they see women, they just think they're gonna hit y'all over the head. So I wanna make sure I give you the best price, and I'm gonna make sure I look out for you. That's how they get over on y'all. They sweet talk y'all into thinking that you're getting the best price when you're really paying $300 or $400 more than you need to be paying for the job. But in TV, because I have been effed over so much, I can tell people are finessing me, and NTB was not finessing me, and I really, really appreciate it. So because of that, I said, y'all can go ahead and change the alternator too, since I'm here. I was like, you know, because when you don't try and finesse people, people will really come through for you. Okay, because I was willing to pay them, and that mechanic got the money that the other two could have got had they not trying to be some bums and trying to get over on me. Car is finally back running smoothly. I'm so happy, and it's just been the longest battle with these mechanics, y'all. I swear, they always try to get way more money out of you for nothing. For nothing. So all in all, you guys, please know your shit. You don't have to know everything about cars, but make sure you know a little bit about what it is you need done. When I need something done to my car, I literally will YouTube several videos on how people do it so that I have an idea. I'm not trying to say I'm a mechanic, because that's like being like, oh, I need surgery, so let me YouTube how the surgery goes. I'm trying to do it myself. No. When it comes to cars, you really need to know about cars in order to do anything yourself. So I don't YouTube them so I can do them myself. I YouTube them so I have a general idea of what is going on or what needs to happen to my car. Compare the cost of the parts and then add it up. Ask people their labor rate. Add it up. There's no reason that they should be charging you $400 and they did $120, $130 worth of work. Ladies, don't let these mechanics get over on y'all. They really see us as a meal ticket. That is what we are to them. They know they can hit y'all over the heads because they know that a lot of people don't know what's going on with their car, or people will get desperate to the point where they're like, oh my God, well, just fix whatever because I just need to get back on the road. So just do whatever you have to do to get me back on the road. No, don't take that route, because as soon as you seem desperate, they will run you dry. They will run your pockets. As soon as you seem desperate, they'll run your pockets. So all in all, you guys, I ended up spending, y'all, $597 to get my alternator replaced. And that wasn't with NTB. No, that's not with them. But like in total, with everything that I went through, I spent about $597. Irritated as hell. So that is my story. I hope this helps other people. If y'all have been through similar things, please leave a comment down below, because I know a lot of people have. Nobody can tell me that y'all have not been finessed by a mechanic. Male, female, everybody. Leave your comments down below. Leave your stories. Subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next story time.